Hello, this is a book creator iPad app tutorial. This Web 2.0 tool can be used to publish stories written by students. There are two versions of this app available for download. There's your free book creator, and then there's the book creator, which costs $4.99, but it will give you unlimited access to the number of books that you can make, which is probably ideal for your class. Along with either one of these apps, you're going to need the iBooks app. That's going to allow you to store your stories and also to be able to read them as if they are a completed book. So let's get to the fun part, how to use it. So first I'll choose my app. Okay, and it's going to open up and take you to all of the books that you've made. If you're new to this, you're going to choose new book, and you will begin by looking at your book shape. So you have your portrait, square, and landscape. So I'll choose portrait for this particular book. So we're going to start with the cover. For your cover, you're probably going to want to enter a picture. You want to go ahead and write a title. And so to do that, we need to select the plus sign. And that's going to allow you to add an item. I can add in photos that are already on my iPad, use the camera to go ahead and take a picture of something that I'd like to input. If I choose pen, that's going to allow me to add a drawing. Okay, and if I open that up and I don't want to use it, I'll just click done. Back to the plus. I can add text, and I can also add sound. That I would probably go back and do towards the end of the book when I'm kind of finalizing things. So I'm going to start with a photo that I already have. Let's do this one here. Now, whenever you insert a photo, let's say I chose the wrong one, I can click undo and it's going to go ahead and get rid of that, and I can choose another one to use. Otherwise, I can resize it. I can move it around on the page just to wherever I would like it. And I think I will put my picture at the top. I can resize. Oops, somehow. There we go. If I'd like. So there's my photo. You can enter more than one photo if you'd like. But in this case, I'll just add some text. Let's see. Okay, so then I'm done with that. Move it down. So there's my title, At the Park. Looks a little small. And now that I'm looking at it, I think I want to switch the two around. There we go. But that is kind of small. So what I can do is click right here in the middle, this little eye, and that's going to allow me to kind of modify that text. I can change the font size. I can actually change the font if I choose to, and you have tons that you can choose from. That looks good. Go back. If I want to change the color of the font, I can go ahead and do that here. You can also customize the color. Oops. Done. Back in there. Center the text. There's lots that you can do with that. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of work with this. Move it up. There we go. And I have my title. Now, other things that you can do that's kind of fun here is that you can add some sound. You can choose to add music if you'd like, or you can go ahead and narrate your story just to kind of help out those that might have a harder time with reading. You can help them out, or if they just want to have it for enjoyment. So plus, I'm going to click sound, and it's going to come up with the recording. So I can go ahead and record my voice or choose from my iTunes library a song that's already completed. Be careful with that though, because if you choose a song, you can't edit the song, and so it's going to play the entire song unless someone changes the page. So you want to make sure, maybe use an instrumental, or make sure that you know this song is going to be good to be listened to all the way through. So I'm just going to read my title here. So I'll click record. At the park. Then I can stop it there. It's going to ask me if I'm finished. You can preview that if you'd like. At the park. If you like it, great. You can keep that in. If you don't really love that one, go ahead and click that undo. And then you can re-record there if you like to. And I'm going to go ahead and put my sound right next to that title. And you can make that smaller so it's not so huge. Another fun thing that I could do with this page, if I choose, is to go ahead and I can change the color of the page. Oops, I wouldn't push plus right here. So page color, it's always defaulted with white, but you can change it to any color that you choose. And it's going to let you see it before you go ahead and select that you really want that color. I'll go for the green. Again, you can customize your color if you choose. All right, so that's the first page. Now, when I'm completed with that, or finished with that page, I can go ahead and go over. It's going to set up my next 2 pages, since that's the layout that I chose for the book. It has my next 2 pages available for me to begin with. So maybe on this page I want to go ahead and, draw in a picture of something that I can do at the park. So I can use the pen tool for this. And if I click at the top, these are my editing buttons. It allows me to erase or to write. It'll give me a certain thickness of a line, or I can choose here and I will have the colors that I can use. So maybe I'll choose a gray, and on this page I might draw some kind of little swing set type thing. Okay, and if the drawing's not the best, you erase it and do what you need to do. But I can draw that in, and then I can also, after I click done, I can kind of move that around how I choose, and I can still insert text, insert sound, anything that I'd like to do there. So maybe write a sentence about that. So I can swing. Okay, it's going to default and look exactly like the title that I had on the front page, but I can change that font size, the color, anything that I'd like to do there. I think I'll go with that. Looks a little better. And then I don't have to have it centered if I don't want, but I think I like centered here. So that's done. Okay, you'll continue that way throughout your entire book. I don't know that there's a limit to pages, but let me go back. I want to show how to add sound, or maybe music, I should say. You can go to your iTunes library. I hope no, that song won't let me do it. Let's see here. Okay, now this song does not match my story, but I can put in music. Okay, so if I made a mistake and I put in Blue Christmas for my At the Park story, then I can go ahead and, again, I can undo. Does that This does not match. Whoa. Oh, yeah. And the song just picks up wherever you left off. So let's undo that, get that out of here. Another fun thing that you can do with this app is that you can actually add in video. So if I go to my camera, cancel that. I don't want to go to my camera. Add in sound. No. Photos. All right, go to photos, and that's going to open up your videos as well. So if I had a video of something that I could do at the park, let's see here, take that one. I'll choose this video, it just says use. Now you can't edit the video again, so you have to do some planning ahead of time and make sure you capture the shot that you really want, so that you can go ahead and play that. And you can resize this, but I'm not having luck. There we go. So push play. You can see a couple people running in my video. So that's another thing that I can do at the park. So then I'd go in and I can add some text. I can run. And this is a very simple book. There we have it. Okay, so let me show you what to do once your book is completed. Over in the far right corner, you have this here. If you select, this is where your iBooks app is going to come in handy. So if you select this, you can go ahead and open your book in iBooks. Okay. And this is where it will turn just as if you had a book in, like you had a book in your hand. No. Okay. There we go. Pages turn. And you'd be able to go ahead and read your story that way. So I want to show you one that I have completed quickly. Let's see here. Maybe. Let's go to iBooks. Okay, it wants me to open up that same, go to library. There we go. So if I go to my library, that's where I can find the books that I've written. Okay. Can you tell that I don't use an iPad? Library. Okay. So I have my At the Park book that I've written previously. And for this particular book, there's a sound button on every page. The fun part about this, once you're in iBooks, is that you can actually make that sound button invisible and then go ahead and add it to the first letter of the first word in your sentence, and students can know to just kind of tap there if they would like it to be read, or if they want to check that they're reading correctly. Okay, so there's more of the book. Each page, like I said, has the voice box that you can use, and it goes on and on. The video's a fun, just an added bonus that kind of goes with it. Now, there are lots of ways that you can use this app in your classroom. First, the most obvious would be just to kind of publish personal narratives. I think this would also be a great tool to start some of your pre-writing, because it's going to take a lot of planning to get these stories and get the pictures the way that you like. So you might, especially with the younger learners, you might start there, start with the pictures. And so you kind of go on that hunt and take those photos so that you can get a story out of it. This would be a fun way to create and publish nonfiction books. A good way to demonstrate what you've learned from a unit, maybe in math, science, social studies, anything there. This one can also be used in centers with books that are made by students or even by teachers for fluency practice. So it can be something that they pick up and practice their fluency, and then also check again with those sound buttons. It could be a fun way to do some collaborative stories. So, teams kind of work together to make those books and then share with the class. If you have students where English is their second language, this could be really good practice for them. But also, in my case, I teach dual language, so this could be a good way for my students to practice writing and reading in that second language, which would be, really fun for them, and it gets them to be a little more creative. So I think they take ownership of that. Might cover some vocabulary, make some vocabulary type books with this. And then also, I think something that would be really fun would be to create class books and use them for shared reading experiences for the kids. So again, I hope you like this tutorial. This was the Book Creator iPad app. Tons of fun, and I bet you have better ideas of what we can do with this. So I can't wait to hear from you.